Oh, pretending to be madly active, I suppose. Activity suggests a life filled with purpose.
Could it be running away from memories?
This is the young man of whom I write. He is not famous. It may be that when his life at last comes to an end, he will leave no more trace of his sojourn on this earth than a stone thrown into a river leaves on the surface of the water. Yet it may be that the way of life he has chosen for himself may have an ever-growing influence over his fellow men, so that, long after his death perhaps, it may be realized that there lived in this age a very remarkable creature. I've seen you before.
Oh, when?
I happened to have a job of work to do, and I went into the library. I saw you when I went in there early this morning, and when I came back from lunch, you were still there.
To tell you the truth, I forgot about lunch.
I couldn't help admiring your power of concentration.
Well, it was that kind of a book.
My dear fellow, you're at the end of the table with my sister.
Hello, Gray.
Gray.
Hi there. Say, Dad tells me you turned down that job in the office.
Oh, Larry, why have you done that?
I thought it over, and, well, I figured I'd be a disappointment to Gray's father, so I decided I'd better refuse.
Sorry, old man.
Did you see those looks Uncle Elliot was giving me at dinner?
Well, after all, Larry, a man must work. And the longer you put it off, the harder it'll be.
I've got a foolish notion I want to do more with my life than just sell bonds.
All right, then. Go into a law office.
I don't want to do that either.
What do you want to do, then?
I don't know. Loaf, maybe.
Oh, Larry, don't be funny. This is serious.
I'm not being funny. I think it's very serious.
You must work. It's a matter of self-respect. This is a young country, and it's a man's duty to take part in its activities. Why, Gray's father was saying only the other day that we're beginning an era that will make the past look like 30 cents. He said that he can see no limit to our progress, and that by 1930, we'll be the greatest and richest country in the whole world. Don't you think that's terribly exciting?
Terribly.
Why, there never was such a chance for a young man. I'd have thought you'd be proud to be a part of it. It's such a wonderful adventure.
I'm sure you're right, Isabel. The Armors and the Swifts will pack more and better meat. The McCormicks will turn out more and better harvesters, and Henry Ford will make more and better cars, and everybody will get richer and richer.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. It just happens that sitting in an office and making a lot of money doesn't interest me as much as it should.
Oh, Larry, don't talk like a fool. You can't live without money.
But I have a little. That's what gives me the chance to do what I want.
You're making it very difficult for me, Larry.
I'm sorry, darling. I wouldn't if I could help it.
You can help it. Yes?
The dead look so terribly dead when they're dead.
What does that mean exactly?
Just that.
Are you terribly unhappy, darling?
No, the only thing that makes me unhappy is making you unhappy. I don't think I'll ever find peace until I make up my mind about things. It's so difficult to put into words. The minute you try, you feel embarrassed. You say to yourself, who am I to bother my head about this, that, or the other? Wouldn't it be better just to follow the beaten path and let what's coming to you come? And then I think of a guy I knew. A minute before, he was full of life and fun, and then he was dead. I've seen many men die, but this one was different. It was the last day of the war, almost the last moment. He could have saved himself, but he didn't. He saved me and died. So he's gone, and I'm here, alive. Why? It's all so meaningless. You can't help but ask yourself what life is all about. Whether there's any sense to it or whether it's just a stupid blunder.
Larry, do you think it would help if you went away for a while?
I think perhaps it would.
Then why don't you go? Larry, let's be frank with each other. There's no place in your life for me just now. Where have you thought of going? Where?
Well, I thought I'd start by going to Paris. I went there several times on leave. I don't know why, but I've got it into my head that there, everything that's muddled in my mind would grow clear. It's a funny place. It gives you the feeling that you can think out your thoughts to the very end. I think over there I may be able to see my way before me. I went to a lecture at the university. Missed the last bus. Had to walk back in the rain.
It serves you right.
Why?
Enlightenment is the curse of civilization. A man who wastes his energy on knowledge is a fool. The more he learns, the more he wants, and the more unhappy he becomes. Tear down the schoolhouses, burn the books, strangle the teachers. Then the world will get somewhere. Ah, the beer. And the cards will play for the drinks. Why should a man who wants to develop his brain work in a coal mine? Answer me that. You could have gotten a soft job on the surface.
I wanted to work below.
Hiding out, are you? Police after you?
No.
A woman?
No, I just thought it'd do me good to work up a sweat.
What have the other Poles told you about me?
Not much. They advised me not to play cards with you because you're cheap.
Do you think it's true?
Yes. I know it is.
Then why do you play with me?
For the fun of it.
Ha!
I've been watching you for days and I can't see how it's done.
You never will, my boy.
But I shouldn't have thought it worth your while just for the price of a few drinks.
I like to keep my hand in. What are you going to do when you get enough of this? Go back to America?
I will, I suppose, one of these days.
And do what?
Sell bonds.
You're a rum one, Larry. But what about the answers to all those profound questions you have been asking yourself? Don't you know people have been asking the same questions for thousands of years?
Yes, but doesn't the fact that people have been asking those same questions for thousands of years only go to prove that they can't help asking them?
Very good. Very good. You're not altogether stupid. As a matter of fact, you sound like a very religious man who doesn't believe in God.
I'm not sure that I believe in anything.
Have you ever thought of going to the East?
No?
India, for instance? I went there. I met a strange man. A man I never thought to meet in this world. A saint. People go from all parts of India to see him. Tell him their troubles, ask his advice, and listen to his teaching. And they go away strengthened in soul and at peace. But it's not his teaching that's so remarkable. It's the man himself.
Did he help you?
No. But that wasn't his fault. It was mine.
How did you ever come to go to India?
To escape my pursuer. He followed me there. I have wallowed in the gutters of half the seaports of Europe to put him off my track. He was waiting for me. I know, however far I flee, one day he will come up with me and I shall feel the terrible hand on my shoulder.
But wouldn't it be better to face the issue and take your punishment?
But you don't know what the punishment is. It's not prison or the hangman's rope. I could face that. It's mercy, forgiveness, love. Didn't anybody ever tell you that I'm a unfrocked priest? It's not the police I'm running away from. I'd kill anyone who tried to arrest me. It's God.